Hey everyone, welcome to Rivera Urban Homestead. Me and Tyler are going to do some slow cooked ribs today. Not going to be in the garden, we're going to be at the barbecue. So we're doing spare ribs. I got about 6 pounds here. I'll show you the seasonings, I'll show you how I prep the meat, and then we'll go out to the grill. And he seems real excited. So let's get it done. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright guys, so let's get to the seasoning I use. Here is what I do. I do a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of paprika, 3 tablespoons of coarse salt, 1 tablespoon pepper, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, 1 tablespoon onion powder. Also a tablespoon of chili powder and cayenne. Obviously those are optional if you don't want it spicy or a little bit of heat. 1 tablespoon of thyme and 1 tablespoon of oregano. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to prep the meat. We're going to get that rub on there and then we'll let it sit in the fridge for about 2 hours. Alright, so with the spare ribs, first thing you got to do is flip it around. And as you can see, there's a little coating of skin or sinew or something on there. So what I do is just cut the edge a little on the bone, get it started, grab some paper towel and just pull. And then this will all come off. Usually in one piece instead of pieces, but it's all good. Get most of it off. Okay, and then I'll do the other one. Also, you want to cut off this excess fat. Don't need this on. So clean up the food real quick, the ribs, get the fat cut off that backing on them, and then we'll get back to it to season them. Alright, so as you can see, I'm just finished cleaning up all the fat, cutting it all off. Get these ribs looking good, ready to go on. And they were pretty fatty. I mean, there's a lot to take off, but it'd be better if you take it all off. So now, as you can see, the ribs are pretty clean. We got most of the fat off that we needed to take off. A little bit right here. Next step, dry rub. Here's my mixture of all the different ingredients that I was telling you about. I'm going to mix them all together. It smells really good, this seasoning. Brown sugar is a little clumpy obviously, so just get it all mixed up. Actually, I'm going to do the back first. So flip them over. I don't know what that was. And I took like I said, I took that big back skin piece off. And then just get it on there, rub it in. That probably looks better without that light on, huh? Alright, so the back is rubbed in. Flip them around. Do the same to the top here. So this rub that I told you the ingredients to, this is how much it makes. So it's covering about 6 pounds worth of ribs. nice and rubbed in, don't miss any spots. That's it. Empty. So now we're going to let that sit in the fridge for about 2 hours. And all this dry rub is just going to crystallize, kind of caramelize into the meat as it rests. And then we'll get these bad boys on the grill. So I'll be back with you in a couple of hours. I'll show you how to set up the charcoal. I'm using a Weber kettle grill. And we'll go from there. Okay guys, so this is how I set up my grill. I have a drip pan on one side, the other side I have one chimney full of uncooked coals. I'm going to start a half a chimney full of coals and get them nice and hot. I will lay them on top of that, the uncooked, and then throughout the course of the 4 hours it will just slow cook the whole time. You won't have to add any more charcoal supposedly. I haven't tried it this way, but I just saw a few different people doing it this way, so we're going to give it a go. Okay, so I just took the ribs out of the fridge so they can get back to room temperature. I'm going to fill up this about halfway full with water. And now I'm going to get my chimney going. Put some newspaper at the bottom. I got that half full with charcoal. And I'm an overachiever, so I like to use this. And we're going to get this paper hot, and we're going to get it going. Charcoal. Boom. Alright, so I got the chimney going. We'll wait till those coals get nice and white and hot, and we'll put them on top of the ones that aren't hot. So again, just a quick overview. We're going to do a 4-hour cook on the spare ribs. 3 hours they're going to be open just in the grill, slow cooking at about 250 to 275. After 3 hours, we're going to take it off, we're going to wrap it in aluminum foil, put it back on for an hour. Take it back out, and then maybe 10 minutes outside of the aluminum foil, and then done. So in every hour we're definitely going to mop it with some apple cider vinegar applesauce mixture. Just to keep it nice and moist and looking good. So let's get ready to get it on the grill. Alright, getting ready to put these ribs on the grill. Look at what they look like after a couple of hours of just sitting there in that dry rub. They look good enough to eat already. Moisture is there, just kind of wicking out of it. Look at that. That looks good. But they're still raw, so let's get them cooking. Who's ready for some ribs? You? Little Bubba, are you ready for ribs? Look at the contemplation. Are you? Do you want a rib? Yeah. Alright. Almost time. Alright, so let's get this charcoal added. Grab the chimney carefully. Walk over here. Add it to that uncooked charcoal. Yep. Well, that one ain't going to do much. There is water in there, obviously. Alright, so we got that added, so now let's get the ribs on. Over here. Nice indirect heat. Throw the lid on and the thermometer, and then keep it about 250, 275. One last thing I forgot to add is a little chunk of hickory. So let's go get it in there now. While we're in here, look at the temp real quick. We're getting there. Okay, we're almost up to temp. Now in an hour, we will throw a little sop sauce on there, some mopping sauce. Like I said, half part apple cider vinegar, half part apple juice. So I just take a measuring cup and I do a half a cup apple cider, half a cup of apple juice. Boom. We'll just mop that on every hour. So I'll see you in an hour. Alright, first hour is done. Let's take a look at them. Temperature is still, actually the temperature is a little high, so when we get done basting them, we'll have to lower that, close the whole grates a little bit. But they are looking great. I would suggest getting a mop, an actual little barbecue mop for this, because this thing I have doesn't work too good. But we're just going to get it mopped on there as good as we can. Alright. That's done. We're going to just close those a little more and wait for hour 2. Mop it again. Alright, let's see how we're looking. Hour number 2. Still a little warm. I'm kind of trying to keep it as to temperature as possible. I'm just kind of adjusting the valve. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip this piece over just because it's close to the coals. I'm going to turn this one around. So let's grab the tongs and let's just give this one a turn. Like that. Starting to come off the bone a little, see that? Oh yeah. So that's hour number 2. See you in an hour. Alright, so now we're just going to wrap the ribs. It's been about 2.5 hours, so. It was cooking a little hot, so I decided to wrap them a little earlier than normal. So let's get this done. Pour a little of the little marinade on there. That's looking good. Wrap it up. Should have made it a little bit. That's it. Looking nice. Looking real nice. back on. Leave them back on for another hour. And then we'll uncover them. And then maybe do about half hour uncovered. Okay, so it's almost 6:30. We're going to take these bad boys off. You can't really see them right now, so we'll take them off. I'll show them to you inside. Alright, so I just took them off. I'm going to wrap them in aluminum foil for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. But first, I'm going to do a taste test. Wow, cutting away like nothing. Just beautiful. Look at that. And oh wow. Now the barbecue pit people say you don't want it to fall off. You want it to easily pull off the bone with your teeth. Oh wow, let me tell you, this is awesome. So there you go. We're going to go inside. We're going to eat. I got my niece here, her boyfriend. We're going to have some ribs. Have a good night, everyone. Okay, so all in all, that was great. Those ribs are awesome. Do that recipe. 4 hours or so. Every hour, just put on a little bit of the apple cider vinegar and the apple juice mixture. It was a little bit of spice, so if you don't like spice or you don't like that much, half the cayenne and the chili peppers. Besides that, awesome. Have a good night.